How would you feel if you were sailing on a ship to somewhere you haven't even been and you don't even know what that place that you're sailing is real or not? And the weather is raining. Also, there's a big loud noise of thunder you can hear every 3 seconds. There will be big waves crashing into your ship and you might go and never return. Also, you might get seasick and sickness or diseases. You need to sleep with a bunch of crowded people and you will sleep in a place full of disgusting bugs crawling around you, and for breakfast you won't have delicious food to eat, but you will only have 2 slices of bread with cockroaches on the top, and for lunch you will only have rice with beetles crawling on the top. For dinner, you will have only carrots with gooey and slimy green caterpillars, and also you can't take a shower for months. Hernando De Soto have been doing all of these things to be a famous explorer. Hernando De Soto was born in a poor family. He had 2 sisters and 1 brother. His sister's name is Maria and Catalina, and his brother name is John. When Hernando De Soto first went to college, there was a man named Pedrius helped him to study by paying for Hernando De Soto to help him study. When he was 14 years old, he joined Pedrius sailed to West Indies and he saw his fortune in the New World. And he also married a woman named Isabel de Bobadilla. My explorers wanted to come to the New World because he wanted to find riches and fortune. And also he was sent by King Charles I to go and explore large new lands. He found Cuba and Florida. Hernando De Soto accepted to go and explore Cuba and Florida is because King Charles first said that if he explored Cuba and Florida, King Charles will rewarded him with a lot of money and golds. My explorer spent his childhood in a small town called Jerez de los Caballeros. During 15,000 De Soto's time, Jerez was a village that mostly poor people lived. There were houses that built very close together. Most of the town was not very clean, so illnesses spread very quickly. Many people and children have died because of diseases or starving. Although life was hard, but people just enjoyed themselves, and Jerez de los town is always fun. The town markets was always crowded with people. There were musicians and other people performing tricks and other things in the street. The church was built because most of the people in Jerez de los town were Roman Catholic. At sea and on land, my explorer and his men faced a lot of risk. They got lots of time of losing food, and De Soto and his crew got seasick many times. If you're on the ship with disgusting smell of vomiting, will you be sick? And De Soto's most biggest hazards was the Indians. De Soto and the Indians have a lot of fight. The Indians shoot De Soto crew with arrows, so Hernando De Soto and the Indian have a war against each other. Can you believe nearly about 100 Indians and Native Americans died? Life changed for the natives is because they were worried. They won't live in peaceful in the village like before when the explorer didn't came and explore the continents. And also some of them got kidnapped and their things got stolen by the explorers. Imagine you were them, how would you feel if you woke up and saw blood all over the field because there were so many people have been killed? And imagine the explorers will steal your things and captured all of the people in your village. I think you won't be pleased. That's why the native people think that the explorers are bad, and that's why they got scared and worried. When they saw any explorers, they got scared and worried. When Hernando De Soto came to the New World and he saw the native people, he decided to kill them or capture them too. And make them be slaves. And also it have happened to other explorers like Christopher Columbus. When Christopher Columbus sailed to another continent and he always captured all the native people. He even killed some of the men that can't found gold for him. And the life changed for the explorers were because they were on the ship. They might felt worried about if they reached their target or goals, or they will be worried if they will survive. Also, they might be grumpy because on the ship is crowded, so they might get grumpy, or they might get seasick and disease and bored. Hernando De Soto have faced all of this to be a famous explorer's conclusion. Even though Hernando De Soto wasn't a good leader because he had let about 50 of his crew died, but he did reach his goals and found many lands, and he's the famous explorers until now.